You're listening to the Jewish Entrepreneur Podcast with Debbie Sasson, episode 118. Welcome to the Jewish Entrepreneur Podcast. I'm your host, Debbie Sasson. I went from being a financial advisor, author, and chronic under-earner to building my business to six figures as a financial planner and money mindset coach, and then onto multiple six figures as a full-time money and business coach. I help entrepreneurs create money-making businesses and build wealth using sales and money mindset strategies and in alignment with authentic Jewish values. Now, let's dive in to today's show. Hello, my friends, and welcome back to the podcast. Today's episode is a juicy episode. I am going to be sharing with you 5 lies, really, that your brain tells you about yourself and your business that is stopping you from showing up and sharing with the world all of your beautiful God-given gifts. You know, you were created in God's image. He fashioned you, who gave you all of the talents, the uniqueness, and the individuality that you have, and He gave you a mission and a purpose to share with the world. You have your unique contribution, and when you can stop thinking those lies that are distracting you, you can make a bigger impact here in the world with your people who are divinely contracted to work with you, and they're waiting for you to show up. And before we jump into today's podcast, I want to remind you that on March 6th, I am offering a 2-hour workshop. It's free. It's interactive. It is called Meant for More, because you, my dear listener, are meant for more. You have so much to give to all of those people out there in the world who are waiting to hear from you. And there is self-sabotage and thought errors like we're going to talk about today, but there's so much procrastination and distraction happening that you're just not showing up. You are not thinking the right way about money. And we're going to be talking about that today also. And when you stop keeping yourself small and making it about the money and making it about you, but really start showing up 100% in service of your clients, you can really make a bigger difference. So in the workshop, I'm going to help you create a roadmap to know where you are now, what is getting in your way, and what are the next best steps you should be taking in your business to grow and scale and make more money as a Jewish woman, as a Jewish entrepreneur. So go to my website, debbiesasson.com/meant-for-more. That's one word, and sign up for the workshop on March 6th. And if you can't be there live, then sign up anyway, and I will send you the replay. It is going to be so valuable. All right, my friends, let us talk about 5 lies, thought errors, self-sabotages that your brain is feeding you that is stopping you from working with your ideal clients. The first one comes from one of my clients who is still in this thought loop that she can't show up boldly in her business because of the war that's happening still, unfortunately, in Israel. Hamas is still trying to decimate us, although we have done we've done our best so far, and there's still more to go. But yeah, there's still many, many, many hundreds of thousands of our soldiers in the army, and many wives and mothers who are managing their families on their own, including my daughter, whose husband is currently in reserve service. And it's hard. I don't discredit or dismiss that at all. It is hard for many people to add on to their lives when there's so much other stuff going on and they're working, as single parents, as it were. But if you have in your brain, like my client, that nobody is committing right now, nobody is looking for your offer, people will be offended if I am marketing on social media, people will be offended if I'm sending my emails. When you are keeping yourself small, this is what I told my client, you are actually offending the people who are looking for you because you are not showing up and telling them how they can work with you, right? I want you to think about that turnaround. If you're so worried about the people who might be offended, and just think about that. If they're so busy running their lives, and just getting things done and going through the day-to-day, they're probably not even paying extra time and attention to your posts and your emails. They're not looking for that added support right now. So you're certainly not offending them. They're not paying attention. Their lives and buckets are full. But all of those people who are looking for you, the 1, the 2, the 3, the 10, the 20s, you are actually offending them by not letting them know that you are open for business. All of my clients are signing clients right now, whether they're coaches or creatives, copywriters, website designers, photographers. My clients are signing new clients into their businesses. So don't believe all of the thoughts that your brain is giving you that you will be offending people if you're not showing up. And there's a sneaky sub point to that. If you say something in your social media posts or in your emails that might offend people, those people can select out. They can opt out of reading your posts. They can unsubscribe from your email list if they are offended by the words you say, by your offers, by the fact that you're selling to them through your marketing channels. Then they can opt out. Can you imagine if somebody opened up a magazine and every time there was an ad from Coca-Cola, they unsubscribed from the magazine or they ripped out that page from the magazine, or you see an ad for a car company or a coffee shop or a clothing shop? People don't open magazines and think, wow, how rude is it that they're selling clothing to me? How rude is it that they're telling me about diapers, right? But we as small business owners, we're thinking, oh my gosh, I can't send more emails because it could offend people. I can't tell them that I have a coaching business and that I can help them and I can help them improve their lives because they might be offended. Real business owners don't think like that. Real business owners think there are people in the world and they want to hear from me. So my friend, stop believing the lies your brain is telling you that you're going to offend people and go out and serve your people. Those are bad thoughts that are not helping you show up. Another thought error that we have is that money is going to change me, that money is bad, money is evil. And this is the money mindset error that so many people get looped up into. I want you to know that this weekend, my husband and I are taking all of our family away to celebrate our anniversary. And thank God, Baruch Hashem, we are a large family. My kids and my grandkids all together, we're over 30 people. And you know what money does? Money allows my husband and me to rent a villa so that we can take away our entire family for 3 days and 3 nights. That's the beauty of money. Money hasn't changed us. You know, if you want to own a yacht, go own a yacht. If you want to fly private, go fly private. But most people with good value systems, they're going to use their money for their family, to celebrate, to be together, to enjoy that connection, to build bridges and create memories. That's what you are doing with your money. And if you're looking at the other, whoever those people are, those people with a lot of money and they're very rude and they think that the world is all about them, that's not you, right? Just because you have money doesn't mean that you're going to change the way you act and show up. And I want you to know that in my neighborhood where I live in Israel, it's very common for people to knock on our doors. They aren't making it through the month. They need handouts. They need donations, tzedakah as we call it, right? And sometimes those people can also be rude and they can be a little bit aggressive, right? You give them a few coins and they're like, no, that's not enough. I've had people try to barge into my house, or if my husband's not home and they want to, speak with my husband because they think that maybe he'll give them a larger contribution. I also want you to know that poor people who aren't making money, but they're looking for financial support, they can also be rude. But that's an individual issue. It has nothing to do with the money. So if you're believing, and there's these sneaky errors in our brains that I'm going to be different, right? I don't want to make more money because I'm afraid that it's going to change me as a person. I just want you to know that money is an inanimate object. Money can never change you as a person. Money is a tool. It's like your refrigerator that keeps your food cold. It's like your washing machine that washes your clothing. The fact that you have a fridge and a washing machine, which most of our ancestors didn't have, actually all of our ancestors didn't have 100, 200, 300 years ago, right? For thousands of years, we didn't have refrigerators and washing machines. We're still humans. We still have human brains. We still show up in the world the way we show up. And just because you have a fridge and a washing machine doesn't mean you're a bad person. Money buys you things that can make your life easier and that help you to have family experiences. So find all of those sneaky thoughts about money and change them, because money will amplify who you already are. Money helps you have choices to celebrate your family. Money helps you to go to the store and buy food that's healthy. You know what else money did for me yesterday? My daughter, one of my married daughters, had an operation and she can't clean her house right now because it's painful for her. She's not supposed to be lifting for 6 weeks. So I brought my cleaning lady to my daughter's house and I paid for the cleaning lady for my daughter. That's what money does for you. Money doesn't do bad things. Money gives you choices. So that's 2 thought errors. 1, you're offending your client. And number 2, that money will change you. Here's another thought error that many moms of many, and maybe moms not so many, are believing about themselves, that they're disorganized and they're not consistent. And when you're thinking that in your head, because you are probably juggling a lot of different balls in your life, you have your family, you have your husband, you have schools, you have to make sure that your kids do their homework, that they have clean clothing to wear. You're making sure that you're showing up for your clients, you're sending them reminders, you're processing their payments. You have to make sure that you show up for your meetings. One of my clients said that she dropped a few meetings in the last few weeks because her life is very busy. But that doesn't mean that you're disorganized. It means that you might need a better system for reminders, or you might need to delegate and take some things off of your plate because you're juggling many balls. But when you're lying to yourself and telling yourself, I'm disorganized, I'm inconsistent, I don't know how to do it all, I'm always chasing my tail, that's what you create in your life. When you tell yourself, I'm organized, look at all the things I do. My kids have clean clothes most days, right? Food gets on the table. All of my kids are well fed. It might not be the best food. Like my kids grew up on noodles and ketchup. I never told myself that I was a bad mom because my kids were eating noodles and ketchup. I'm like, my kids like noodles and ketchup. I'm really happy that I can give them dinner so easily. Stop telling yourself lies that you're disorganized. There are so many things in your life that are going right. Look for the evidence of how you are organized. Look for the evidence of how you bring in Shabbos every single week on time. And even if it's 2 minutes late or 5 minutes late, right? You're still bringing Shabbos in on time and you're spending an entire Shabbos with your family. You're off of social media. You're off of your computers. You're offline and you are with your family. Do you know how many people in the world? There are 8 billion people in the world. How many people are not spending quality time with their families on Shabbat because they, do have their phones and their distractions and their computers and all of their things all week long? Look what an amazing mom you are and all the things that are going right. Stop this habit thought that is really destroying the way you show up in your business because you're thinking that you're disorganized and inconsistent. Remind yourself that you are doing so many things right. And then when you're really feeling better about yourself, you're like, yeah, that's right. Look at A, B, C, D, E. Look at the things that I planned in advance because I'm so organized, right? Then you will figure out better ways to delegate, to delete, to improve the systems you already have running in your business. The 4th thought error that you're telling yourself is that you don't know. This is deadly for a business owner. We get stuck in this place of, I don't know, I need to think about it, well, maybe. And you know what I don't know creates? It creates more confusion, it creates more doubt, it creates more I don't know. But we love to spin in doubt. It is your brain's way of keeping you safe because your brain doesn't like to stretch out of your comfort zone. Your brain was designed to keep you safe. Your brain was designed to increase pleasure. You're going to look for pleasure in your life. You're going to look for a quick dopamine fix. So if you're sitting down in your business thinking about how can I serve my clients better? What words do I need to put in this email? How should I write my webinar or my workshop that's coming up on March 6th? Make sure you sign up for it, right? If you're really believing your brain that you don't know, it's going to stretch out so much time and waste it because you're just going to be spinning in indecision. Don't let your brain tell you that you don't know. Grab your brain, corral your brain in, and tell your brain, yeah, of course you think you don't know, but really I know. I'm a genius. I have done so many things in my business before. Of course I know how to serve my clients. Of course I know how to write this email. And ask yourself useful questions when your brain is being a toddler with a temper tantrum saying, I don't know, I don't want to. Slow your brain down. Take a deep breath and ask your brain, well, what do I already know? What is clear to me? What do I understand? When you ask your brain useful questions, it will give you useful answers. But you have to slow down and take the time to stop believing the lies that your brain is offering you. So when you notice this spinning thought in your brain, I don't know, maybe, I need to think about it, stop thinking about it and make a decision. It's going to be a yes or a no, but go forward because you're wasting so much time believing that you don't know. And number 5, and this is a huge destructive thought that so many business women think, especially if you have a large family, especially if you still have little kids who are toddlers. They're thinking, I'll do it tomorrow. You're going to grow your business tomorrow. You're going to write that email tomorrow. You're going to reach out to that client and follow up. Remember, we had that conversation a week, 2, 3 weeks ago. You're going to do it tomorrow. Do you know what tomorrow is? Tomorrow is a bad habit that you have been training your brain to think over and over again. I'll do it tomorrow, not today. I'll do it tomorrow. Your brain is so used to thinking, I'll do it tomorrow, that it doesn't even seem out of the ordinary. Your brain is so used to thinking, I'll do it tomorrow, that it doesn't even seem out of the ordinary to push things off till tomorrow that you could be doing today. But here's what happens when you push things off till tomorrow. You get less done. You end up wasting so much time. And there have been so many podcasts that I've recorded recently about wasting time. But you can get things done today when you stop living in the land of I don't know and you stop pushing things off till tomorrow. It's just a bad habit thought. So next time your brain wants to offer you, I'll do it tomorrow, maybe later, tell your brain, nope, I don't think so. I think we can do that right now. Let's figure out how we can get that done in the next 5 minutes. And here's how else your brain pushes off till tomorrow the things that you can be doing today. Investing in your business and making the decision to grow is a decision that you don't want to push off till tomorrow, because these years in your life, when you are a working mom and you have little kids and middle-aged kids and teenagers and 20s, and even I have kids in my 30s and grandkids, if you push all of that off till tomorrow, you're going to have that runway, that space of time when you can be investing a little bit at a time, a few hours a day, a few hours, every single day will add up to many, many hours of growth in your business over time. Just think about it. Let's just do a simple calculation. If at this stage of your life, when you have a bunch of little kids, you can invest 2 hours a day in your business, that's 10 hours a week that you can invest in your business. Now multiply that by 50. So that's 50 weeks in a year. I gave you a couple weeks off for good behavior and to make my math go beautifully. But like 50 weeks of 10 hours in your business every single year, that's 500 hours in your business. Multiply that by 10 years, that's 5,000 hours in your business, even if you only work 2 hours every single day for the next 10 years. Do you know how many years it's going to take when you get to, let's say, 50 to make back 5,000 hours in your business? I can't even do the math on that. But if you're working, let's say 50 hours a week, which is more than a normal person works in a week, let's say 40 is your normal. But if you're working 50 hours a week, it's going to take you 100 weeks. It's going to take you 2 years to make that time all back again. And that's just 2 hours. But usually as our kids grow older and your youngest goes to school, first, second, third grade, right, you can expand from 2 hours to 3 hours to 4 hours to 5 hours until maybe when your youngest is 10 years old, you actually have 5 or 6 or 7 hours a day to invest in your business. So don't let this time slip by. Invest in business growth now. Invest in doing what you can now. Make yourself more efficient in what you're doing by stopping the stinking thinking and all these lies about you're disorganized, you're inconsistent, money's going to change you, money will make you evil, you're going to offend people if you show up. Now is the time. You have your God-given gifts. You were created in His image. And what is bubbling up for you, your dreams and desires to serve your people, That's his whisper. That's the still small voice that's calling out to you to be more of who you already are. Not to stay in the shadows and not to hide yourself. You really are meant for more, my friends. Now is the time, even at this stage of your business, even when your kids are younger and when your kids are older. And by the way, when they're older, they call you and you send them your cleaning ladies. So it's not always less time when your children are older. Their needs are different. But Baruch Hashem, thank God, I have so much nachas from my children and so much that I can give to them because I've invested in myself and my business and my kids all through these years. So I really want to remind you of these thought errors. Number one, I'm offending people by showing up right now because of the situation. And I want you to really believe that you're offending them when you don't show up because you're not letting them know that you can help them. Number two, money is going to change me. No, money will not change you. Money is just a tool, just like your washing machine never changed you. Your washing machine helps you get your clothes cleaned faster. That's all that money does. It gives you choices and helps you get things done faster. Number three, you're disorganized. You are so organized. You get so many things done in your day, in your week, in your month. There are so many things going right for you. Direct your brain to all the things that are going right and tell your brain, I'm so organized. I know how to do this. Help me figure out where I can get more done in my business as well because I'm such a genius. Number four, I don't know. Don't live in the land of I don't know. You know so much. You've gotten so much done over your life. You have created. You have managed to get through school, more or less. You've brought children into the world. You have created a home. You know so much. You are a genius. Reach into your inner genius and ask yourself what you do know, what you do understand, what is already clear to you. And of course, there are people, there are coaches, there are accountability buddies, there are groups, there are friends that you can reach out to if you really have a question that you're stumbling upon. But don't tell yourself the lie that you don't know because you know so much. And by the way, Google is just a click away. And the fifth thought error that your brain is telling you is that you'll do it tomorrow. Don't do it tomorrow, my friends. Go right now to my website, debbiesasson.com/meant-for-more and sign up for the workshop. I'm going to help you stop sabotaging yourself and living in overwhelm. I'm going to help you create a roadmap so you actually do know where you're getting stuck and what's the next best step for you to take in your business and plan out the rest of the things you want to accomplish in your business in 2024. I'm going to share with you a simple 3-step process to get yourself out of I don't know and to get yourself moving in your business. And we're going to talk about undercharging, underselling, and under-earning because it is time to flip the switch on all of your thoughts about money. I look forward to seeing you on March 6th at the workshop. And if you can't attend live, register anyway, and you will get the replay and the workbook. All right, my friends, thank you for listening in today. I will see you next week. Bye. Thanks for listening to the Jewish Entrepreneur Podcast. If you want to stop underselling and under-earning and close more sales, you need to clear the limiting money beliefs that are sabotaging your business growth. Head on over to debbiesasson.com/mindset and download my free Money Mindset Workbook. Uncover and dissolve money blocks like hundreds of other entrepreneurs who are now building 6, multi-6, and 7-figure businesses and creating true financial freedom.